Less than 2 minutes from the airport, the pilots configure the plane for landing.
Okay, from here you can go manual.
Okay, stand by. Disconnect.
Captain Katiwada disconnects the autopilot, then begins the first of 2 crucial turns to line up with the runway.
Okay, flaps 30.
Flaps 30. Continue descent.
Okay.
1 minute from touchdown, the pilots run through the pre-landing checklist.
Okay, landing gear.
Down 3 green.
Flaps.
30.
In the cabin, Sonu Jaiswal continues live streaming.
We're getting pretty close now.
As the flight gets closer to the ground, the landing seems trouble-free. But seconds from the runway, Captain KC realizes there's a critical problem with the engines.
There's no power. There's no power.
When there's no power, that means they have very limited time at that altitude. They need to react quickly.
Add power.
Captain Katiwada tries to power up, but the engines aren't producing any thrust. 400 feet above the ground, the pilots face a critical situation. In the tower, the controller doesn't know that Flight 691 is in any trouble.
Yeti 691, runway 12. Clear to land.
There's no power, no power.
Add power.
Captain Katiwada pushes the throttles to the limit.
There's no torque.
Okay, give it to me.
The more senior captain takes control.
Yeti 691.
200.
Yeti 691.
Flight 691 is stalling. While Sonu Jaiswal live streams the unfolding disaster.
What's happening?
Yeti Flight 691 has crashed in one of the worst possible places.
Hello?
Nepali investigators now join the team from France to examine the wreckage of Yeti Flight 691.
Engines are badly damaged. Can't tell if they failed in flight.
Most of the engines were consumed by fire, so they couldn't learn definitively whether they were producing power.
Look at that prop.
Investigators notice something telling on a propeller hub.
Looks feathered.
When propellers are feathered, their edges face forward and cannot produce thrust.
It's like putting your car in neutral position. You can push on the gas as much as you want, but nothing is going to happen.
It's actually stuck in a feathered position.
This one moves freely, but it could have moved on impact. This one is stuck too. So, two of them were in the feathered position when they hit the ground.
Normally, propellers are feathered on the ground after shutdown. That prevents them from spinning in the wind and damaging the engine. There is, however, one exception.
An automatic feathering unit will feather that propeller immediately as soon as an engine failure is detected, perhaps faster than the pilot can do it.
Were the props feathered automatically in flight due to engine failure? Investigators download the data from Flight 691's multifunction computer to find out.
The multifunction computer stores information about the automatic feathering unit in its memory. They're going to be able to learn whether the auto feather unit feathered one engine or both engines.
It never activated.
If you learn that the auto feather system didn't feather the propellers, that immediately raises the question, who or what did?
Were the propellers feathered manually? Investigators consider a crucial piece of wreckage recovered from the scene, the central control pedestal.
The central pedestal is located between the pilots. And here you have the power levers, you have the flaps lever, and you have the condition levers, which controls the propellers.
The flaps are stuck at 30. That's where they should be for landing. Condition levers are moving freely.
Ugh, doesn't tell us much.
Look at this. Witness mark.
You're looking for witness marks, the marks that one aircraft component makes against another at the time of impact. And those marks will suggest, in the case of the central control pedestal, where the controls were positioned at impact.
The witness mark suggests that the pilots could have put the left lever in the feathered position.
Maybe some other debris caused the witness mark. There's no witness mark for the right condition lever.
Were the propellers feathered by the pilots? Or did the witness marks occur on impact?
We're gonna need the flight data recorder download to settle this.
The flight data recorder doesn't record the propeller blade angle, but it does record certain parameters that let investigators infer whether the propellers were feathered, and if so, when.
Wow.
The torque and propeller speed drop at the same moment when the engine's at idle.
They find evidence that the pilots feathered the props 1 minute before the crash.
When the propellers are feathered, the torque drops and the propeller's RPM speed drops. That's what the witness was able to see when he reported spotting the individual propeller blades.
How did they make that mistake?
What was going on in the pilot's mind? What was going on in the cockpit?
What's happening?